So, I had someone come in my stream the other day and ask me if I could speed flip. I had never actually practiced the mechanic before, so I told him no, but I'd look at it really quick. And it turns out it took me a whole 2 days to actually learn it. But today, I'm here to show you what I learned. I'm including this bit so the overlay in the bottom left makes sense, but I use standard movement controls and then Q and E for arrow left and right respectively. So now it's time to get into the fun stuff. So after 2 days of practicing, the method that I found easiest was to start by diagonal flipping with W and E, and then right after you do the flip, you transition your fingers down to S and D. So you're essentially canceling the front flip part of the diagonal flip. And I did mess around with it, and it's possible to diagonal flip a W and D, and then just transition your middle finger to S if you're used to diagonal flipping with W and D or W and A. I just found the idea of just sliding your whole hand down versus just sliding one finger a lot more natural. And then obviously, if you want to speed flip the opposite way, it works the exact same way. So you start with your fingers on Q and W, and then slide both of them down to A and S. So, as a couple of final tips in order to help make the process a little easier, one thing that I haven't mentioned obviously is that you want to be holding boost through the speed flip. That's kind of the point of it. You're flipping your car in a way that makes it to where you're boosting straight forwards at all times, so that's why it's so efficient. Another thing I would recommend is try to get in the habit of holding power slide whenever you are actually landing the flip, because it's kind of hard at first to get them really consistent. But if you hold power slide, you can always correct a little bit in the end, so I'd definitely recommend that. And as a final tip, you're going to want to spend a decent amount of time practicing this. This isn't something that can necessarily be picked up in 5 minutes if you're not used to it. I mean, like I said, it took me 2 days to learn the whole thing, so don't just give up on it after 5 minutes. Actually try and put some time into it if you really want to learn it. And like I've mentioned throughout the video, I learned this whole mechanic on stream, and that's kind of the whole idea behind my stream. It's very coaching oriented. I have people come in my stream all the time, ask me questions. I'll stop and help them out as best as I can. And I also have a replay review system, so if anyone that wants to submit a replay can. It's completely free, it doesn't require a donation or a sub or anything. So if that's something that any of you are interested in, feel free to stop by.